even if she didn't appreciate it, we know that we saved her life. What's up, Steven?
What's up?
Nothing much, man. Ready for a good old campfire, some cold weather?
You know, a campfire actually sounds really good right now.
I went into this knowing that this is a fake story. When the bear is pushing the tree back and forth, I'm like, no way. Okay, so I got one for you. So this is about 5-6 years ago. We decided to go to Zion National Park to do the Narrows top-down section, which is like 16 miles. We're gonna do it as an overnight. Now, we're geared up like crazy. The gear that we rented, we had canyoneering boots, neoprene socks. We had Gore-Tex that went from our ankles all the way up to our chest. Because, I mean, it's still cold. It's getting like mid-40s at night. We wake up that morning, we go meet up with the shuttle. The place they drop us off is at Chamberlain Ranch. And they're just hauling us out in the middle of nowhere and dropping us off. It's 16 miles from Chamberlain Ranch back to Temple of Sinawaba, where you meet up with the shuttle that takes you back to the visitor center. We notice that we're the only ones backpacking. Everyone else is doing this as a day hike. They're like ultra marathoners. When they get dropped off with us, like they just take off. Pew! They're gone. So we have 9 miles on the first day, 7 miles on the second day. And so we're kind of going at a leisurely pace, just kind of enjoying it. And about an hour into the hike, we passed this girl that was dropped off. And you know, I said hi, we kind of introduced ourselves and we passed her up. And then a few hours into this hike, we start seeing her again. We're kind of whispering to each other like, dude, why the heck is she taking so long? She's hiking by herself. We notice that she doesn't have a pack. She should be like many miles ahead. We didn't say anything. We kind of just kept going forward. And she passed us again. We're like, okay, sweet. Maybe she's gonna book it from here. Well, Like 4 hours into the hike, we end up passing her again. What the heck is she still doing in the canyon? We're asking her questions like, do you have food? Do you have water? Do you have a headlamp? No headlamp. The best piece of gear that she has for protection is a puffy jacket. Now, the Narrows is not a hiking trail. It's a slot canyon, and the water is high. And we're going through sections where the water is getting up chest high, up above our Gore-Tex. And she's going through the same thing in nothing but like regular like shoes and shorts and tank top. 7 hours into this hike, we arrive at campsite number 4, and we're exhausted. Because like I said, this is not a hiking trail. This is obstacle after obstacle, going through water, climbing over logs, climbing over log jams. And I'm already running through the scenario in my head. Like, I'm thinking, okay, I can give her my tent. I'll cowboy camp. We don't want her to get hypothermia and get stuck somewhere in the middle of the night and not be able to move because, again, she doesn't have a headlamp. I'm prepared to say, hey, stay with us. We'll help you get out tomorrow. So my brother-in-law goes and talks to her and offers that as an option. He comes back to me. He goes, Clint, she's got a flight in Las Vegas at 6 a.m. and she's determined to push on through. As a group, we took a vote and we decided to help her through. We had to click that reset button. We had to tell ourselves that we're not done. We're halfway done. So I pounded away some cold coffee, some ibuprofen. We start moving as fast as we can. And everybody's beat. Everybody's hitting their walls. The morale is just gone.
You're doing this because you're trying to make sure she gets out okay? Like you're following her?
Yeah, so I know it sounds crazy to push on through with her. She has no tent. She has no headlamp. She's not wearing the right clothes, and it's about to be 43 degrees, and her clothes are soaking wet. We don't want to walk up on a body the next day. So anyways, we start moving forward, and it starts getting dark. And we look at the time, and we're like, okay, it shouldn't be getting dark yet. And it was at that moment we started hearing thunder. I'm like literally freaking out. I had to put away the camera and just be like, screw it, I just need to survive this trip.
So she's like hiking alongside you at this point?
Yeah, she's hiking alongside us, and we've adopted her in our group, and we're like, listen, we're not going to tell her that she's at risk, but we're going to push on through as a group to help her get out of this canyon. Anyways, the sun starts going down. We pull out the headlamps, and we're just pushing and pushing. I keep checking the time because I know we're risking having to spend the night and being stuck. We go through this one narrow section, and the water is waist high, and all of us are trucking through, and we have our trekking poles, and we start getting swarmed by bats. No lie, bats are like right there, face high, and we're taking our trekking poles and we're swinging at the bats like, get away, devil birds! Die, devil bird! We finally get to this section where it's paved and you exit the river. And we're looking, and we have like 10 minutes, and we have to jog. We top this hill and we see headlights. The last shuttle pulls up, and we know that this is our only moment. And if that thing pulls up and doesn't see us there, it's leaving us there. And we have no energy to do anything at this point. My brother-in-law, he's a marathon runner, an Iron Man. He takes off and he catches the shuttle. We hop on the shuttle, take the ride back. When the shuttle parks, I go to stand up, and dude, I can't stand up. I'm in so much pain. I had to have my friends come and grab me and lift me up. I get off the shuttle. At this moment, we're thinking, wow, if we wouldn't have pushed her through, if we wouldn't have guided her through all the tough sections and kept her at a pace to get to the shuttle, she would be stuck in this slot canyon overnight, alone, in 40-degree weather, soaking wet. We saved her life. We're kind of expecting her to be like, wow, guys, thank you for helping me get out safe. She hopped in her car, said, well, see you later.
Well, see you later.
No thank you whatsoever.
Yeah.
You know what? Even if she didn't appreciate it, we know that we saved her life.
Yeah. So I hate those days where you're planning to only go so far, and then you got to go that much further, and you weren't planning to go that much further, because I don't know what it is about it, but to me, like, it's mental. And if you know, all right, I got to go 5, 10, even 15 miles today, but then you got to go 20 or 25 miles, the mentality of it is what gets you. And that's what becomes exhausting. I mean, the physical stuff is exhausting too, but just because you're not mentally prepared to go that much further.
So that is my worst day ever backpacking. A good moral of the story, you could go through and plan everything perfectly, and things can still go wrong that are out of your hands.
Yeah.
Here's to, I don't know, what do you think?
Here's to epic trips that make great stories.
There we go.